Hi, everyone. I'm Maggie, and I'll get my PowerPoint up right now. And here we go. Okay, slideshow. No, I don't want to try it. Thank you. Really, I don't. Let's see. Let's try that again. And there we go. Okay, I can see a few of you, and it's great to be able to see a few of you for sure. Let's see if I can see more of you because I always do better when I can see people. There we go. Okay, well, hello. My name is Maggie Miller, and I coach adult children of aging parents. Let's go ahead. There we go. I'll let you read about me on your, as I talk. Um, but I am an executive coach, and also I have training in mediation, facilitation, and conflict coaching, and I am a certified senior advisor. And you can see me with my mother and with my father. My father died a couple years ago, and my mother, I'm actually a little distracted this morning because she has COVID. It's her first bout with COVID, and she lives in Los Angeles. So obviously, I'm being in touch with her this week and today. Let's see. And so it's very nice to meet you. This is my website, and I'll post it again on the last slide. But if you're feeling very technically oriented, feel free to point your phone at that QR code, and you can see my website. Okay, so I said I'm a coach for adult children of older parents. What does that mean? So some of you probably know what executive coaching is: a qualified professional who works with individuals to help them gain self-awareness, clarify goals, achieve their development objectives, unlock their potential, and act as a sounding board. And I give credit for that very succinct quote at the bottom of the screen. So what does this have to do with aging parents? Well, if you are an adult child of an older parent, it's as if you just got a new job, but one you don't remember applying for, and nobody ever showed you the job description, and somehow you missed orientation. So this slide is a little busy, but a coach of adult children of aging parents is a qualified professional who works with individuals and families to help them gain self-awareness, clarify their goals, achieve their objectives, unlock their potential, and act as a sounding board around their situation with their aging parent. So when and why do clients come to me? Often it's after mom had her first fall. So the storm is on the horizon and they see it coming. Um, Sometimes I get a call from a prospective client with that deer in the headlights look, like it's just right upon them and they're really nervous and freaked out. And so a friend says, "Oh, you should call Maggie. She can coach you through this." Sometimes I get people really right in the middle of a swirling mass of chaos and confusion. That is not the best time to reach out for me because usually they're just in triage mode. Um, but I do get calls from them, and at least I can kind of help them through that. Sometimes people are very proactive. They want to take the bull by the horns. What is my job? How am I going to communicate with my family? What can I and can I not control? So taking that bull by the horns and figuring stuff out, or simply planning ahead and being very proactive. So what can clients expect? I do a complimentary intake where I ask them about their situation and I tell them a little bit about my approach to coaching and consulting, and we find out what questions we have of each other and see if we're a good fit. And then if we are, I ask people to commit to 2 sessions up front, because one session is a great opportunity to vent, but not to make any changes or improvement. So 2 sessions up front. And then we go 1 session at a time or 3 at a time. And I charge about $80, $85 a session. And the cadence, the distance between the sessions at that point really varies. Sometimes people will see me right before and after their next trip to see their parent. Sometimes if it feels like a crisis for them or they're really learning new habits of of communication with their parent, will do it weekly until they feel like they're at a good place. Okay, and here's also what they can expect. So this is sort of a technical difference. Most clients, it feels like a very transparent experience for the clients, but coaching is really when I ask them questions and listen and ask them more questions and paraphrase and ask them more questions, and they just get clarity from that process. And so what somebody said is, I basically, it was actually kind of graphic. She said, I basically throw up on the table and then you help me make sense of everything. So it feels better to have somebody to sort out their jumbled thoughts with. The consulting aspect is really sort of a strategic thought partner. We make lists of, what to think about in terms of mom's health and her housing and the other people in her life, and what I'm going to do at the next trip that I visit her, or, what I'm going to do in the next phone call. And sometimes the people who contact me are sort of the point person on the family team. So helping them think through, what are the other people on their team, their limitations, their strengths, how can I communicate and delegate with them? And of course, I also make referrals. In other words, I can let them know about, gosh, I just met with a woman who you can pay to go on vacation with your mom, so that your mom can get her travel in, but she isn't alone on that trip. So I make referrals as appropriate to the client's needs. I don't just hand them a list. I know who I'm referring to. And these people often say, I just feel better having a plan, having some knowledge. And I want to point out, while not therapy, coaching is tremendously emotionally supportive. It's just really nice to know that somebody has your back and you can look forward to the next call. Here's what I'm not. I'm not a therapist or a doctor or a lawyer or a placement professional or a benefits expert. But as I said, I make referrals as needed. I often liken this to when you have an older parent. Sometimes it feels like you're on the Colorado Trail. This is not actually a picture of the Colorado Trail, but it's a pretty one. And so when you're on the Colorado Trail on a very long journey, sometimes you get to a cliff that is just really hard to get up. And my role can be just helping you get up and that cliff to an easier path. Sometimes my role is more helping somebody plot things out and which trail is the best trail and helping them think that through. It's making sure that they have what they need to move forward, including self-care. I do a whole presentation that includes a whole piece about self-care. And sometimes I'm the person that they can sit and reflect. I am sometimes the only person that a client can talk to about the fact that their parent is going to die, that their parent is mortal. And it is a relief to be able, for some people, to be able to have that conversation. So here's my ask, and here's some QR codes. And in just a second, I will actually copy all this into the chat, but please refer people to me. If you are having lunch with somebody or you have a client and they say, oh my God, I just don't know what to do. It's just so overwhelming. It's so multifaceted. Send them to me. And also feel free to reach out to me so that I can refer people to you. Please join my e-newsletter list. I send it out only every other month, and it's just a great way to stay on people's radar. And invite me to do a workshop for your group. I love doing workshops. And so that brings me to my last slide, which is thank you and Q&A, but I'm also happy to save the Q&A for after the last speaker. And now I'll stop sharing and I'll just paste a couple things into chat so you have them.
Okay, great.